Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for joining and coming back for all of my returning subscribers. Well, we have made it to the end of a month and we are on our way into September. But before I can fully commit to the next month, of course, I have to come and document my sinking funds. So if you're interested in seeing how much I was able to save between 1 month, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so as I said, today's video is going to be all about my sinking funds. If you are unfamiliar about sinking funds, they are just little mini saving envelopes, and what I like to do is at the end of each month, I like to sit down and document my progress within each of these envelopes to see how much I saved or how much I used. It's just a good way for me to keep track, and sinking funds help me stay on budget. If this is your first time coming across my channel, let me take the time and welcome you. My name is Monet and I am 24 years old. And here on this channel, I deal with all things budgeting. I am trying to gain control of my finances, and I am doing that with the help of learning to budget and learning how to use the cash envelope system. I am also in the process of eliminating my debt, and I am doing that with the help of the debt snowball method. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in watching and you would like to join my journey, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, join the family, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you are always notified whenever I upload a new video. But with all of the introductions out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and get started with documenting my sinking funds. Alright, so here we are back at my sinking funds sheet. As always, I make these sheets myself, so if you are ever interested in any of the budget sheets that I showcase here on my channel, that is available within my Etsy shop, and the link for that is always down in the description if you are interested in checking that out. But when it comes to my sinking funds, the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and list all of my funds that I am going to be looking at and their starting balances. And where I get the starting balances is I look at the month before. So this is my sinking fund sheet from July, and my end balance will be my new start balance. So I'm going to go ahead and write that, and then I'll bring you guys right on back. All right, so here we see all of the funds that I am working with, and just to document it, at the start of this month, with an apartment, I had $5,000. Within my annual payments, I had $170. Car maintenance had $745. Christmas had $470. Gifts had $84. Medical had $274. Vacation had $585. Taxes had $5,180, and my savings had $2,042. So that gave me a grand total of $14,550 within my sinking funds. So the next thing that I do is right down here in the transaction section, this is when I'm going to list all of my funds, and if I added money or took money out, I will write the amount here. And then I will also note it up here at the top under the plus and minus, and then that should give me the end balance, and my end balance should match what I have within my envelopes for my sinking funds. Okay, so getting started with the first sinking fund, here we see I have apartment, and for the month of August, I still have not used my apartment fund, so it is still at $5,000. But if you are unaware, I've been saving up this apartment fund for my move, when I move out of my current apartment into my next one. And I have officially been looking, and I plan on moving at the beginning of October. So for the month of September, I will definitely be using this sinking fund to help me in terms of moving, to cover my first month's rent, and cover any little moving expenses that I may need, and if I want to pick up a few furniture pieces for my new apartment. So this will definitely be used for the month of September, and I'm so thankful that I was able to save up for it, because it is making the moving process less stressful for me. But as of right now, as I said, I did not do anything different. So $5,000 is still what we are working with. And if we look at my apartment sinking fund, I do not have the actual cash within these envelopes. I do have the $5,000 in the bank, but I keep these placeholders here to let me know that I have $5,000 in the sinking fund. So I will go ahead and put that right back in here since nothing has changed. So now moving on to our next fund, we have annual payments. And for the month, I did add money for this fund. So I will write annual payments, and this was brought in from my side income. So that is what I will write for the transaction. And for the month, I managed to add $40 for this sinking fund. Now I also did have to use this fund this month. So I will write annual payment again. And for the first transaction, I had to pay my car registration, and that ended up being $48 that I had to pay. And then from annual payments, I also took out money because I like to listen to Audible books sometimes. So I put some money aside just because I knew I wanted to listen to these certain amount of books. And I covered myself enough for 9 months because it's about $8 a month. So I took out $72. So if I added $40, I will put that there, and 48 plus 72, that gives me 120. So I took out 120. So now let's see, as a total within annual payments, I should have, so 170 plus 40 minus 120, that gives me $90 that should be left within my annual payments. So if we go ahead in here, look at annual pay, I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So that is correct, $90 within my annual payments. Up next, we have my car maintenance fund, and I added money from my side income. And for the month, that was a total of $135 that I managed to save. And I did not have to use this fund this month. So if I added 135 and I took nothing out, 745 plus 135, that gives me $880 that I should have within my car maintenance fund. So looking at car maintenance, that gives me 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80. So that is true. $880 is within my car maintenance envelope. All right, so moving along, next is Christmas. Christmas, I also managed to add money from the month, and it came from my side income. And altogether, that was $80 that I was able to add. I still have not started my Christmas shopping, so I took nothing out. So if I started with $470, I added $80, that should give me $550 that I now have within Christmas. And if we take out Christmas, that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 20, 40, 50. So that is true, $550. As I said, this is my very first time saving for Christmas, and I could never imagine that by September I would already have $500 put aside. So that is going to be very less stressful when Christmas comes because I will have the money. Up next, it is gifts. I also added this from my side income, and for the month within gifts, I managed to add $35. And I also took out money from my gifts this month. My manager was going through a tough time this month and had a passing, so my team and I decided to get him an edible arrangement. So we all went half on that. So I'm gonna write manager gift, and everyone had to put in $15. So I took out $15 from gifts. So if I add $35 and I take out 15, let's see what I should be left with. So 84 plus 35 minus 15, that means I should have $104 within my gifts envelope. So looking at gifts, let's see what we have. 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is correct. $104 is within my gifts envelope. Moving on to my medical fund and side income once again. So for the month, I did bring in $20 that I saved towards this fund, and I am still waiting for them to bill me for my insurance. So I'm just going to add the 20 that I saved, and I took nothing out. So $274 plus 20, that will give me $294. That should be within my medical. So looking at my medical, I have 100, 200, 50, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. So that is correct. $294 within my medical. My next fund that I am tracking will be for vacation. Vacation also was able to get money added for the month, and I managed to save $80. I took nothing out because I have not gone anywhere. So 80, 0. So 585 plus the 80 I added. That means I should have $665 within my vacation. So looking at vacation, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 20, 40, 60, 65. So yes, that is true. $665 is within vacation. The next sinking fund that I have is for my taxes. And this is all the taxes that I have to put aside from all of the side income that I can bring in. And for the month, I had to put aside $947 towards my taxes. It always hurts, but it has to be done. So when it comes to my taxes, this $5,180, I keep that within the bank. I always deposit my taxes at the end of every month. So the only thing that I'm going to make sure is that I have the $947 that I should within my taxes envelope. So here is my debt snowball envelope, but we have nothing to track there. And then right here is my taxes. So let's make sure that I have $947. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. And then this should be 47, 20, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. So that is true. $947 put aside for taxes, and this will be getting deposited right towards the bank. So going up here, we will add the $947. We took nothing out. So now let's see as a grand total what I should have for taxes. $5,180 plus $947. That gives me $6,127 put aside for my taxes for the year. All right, so the last sinking fund that I have is for my savings. Each month we have a savings goal that I am able to contribute. And this month I was putting aside $260, and we managed to hit that goal. So if we add the $260 up here, and I took nothing out, we started with $2,042 plus the $260. So that means I should have $2,302 within my savings. So let's check and make sure that is true. Here is my savings envelope. And we have our placeholders for $2,000 within the bank. So we will set that to the side. So within actual cash, we should have $302. So that's 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 300, 1, 2. So that is true, $302. But as a total, we have our $2,302. So that is amazing. I am just so blown away that I'm able to save money because, as I said, this is the first time I am saving. Last year, I was solely just working on paying off my debt, but this year I had a goal to try and save $3,000, and I am just so amazed that I am sticking to it and I am seeing the progress. But now that we have all of our sinking funds documented, This is all I did for the month. Now let's go ahead and add up our totals and see what we have as an end balance for all of our sinking funds. All right, so that gives me a grand total of $16,012 that I have for my sinking funds. Another thing that I like to do is to just see how much I was able to save from this month to the last. So if we have 16,012 in our calculator and we subtract that from where we started off last month, 14,550, that means I saved $1,462 within the month, and I also used some of my sinking funds, so that's amazing that I was still able to save that. But overall, guys, that is just how I document my sinking funds. Once again, it just really holds me accountable, and it's just nice to see that your balances are growing and that if you need to use one of your sinking funds, you can just quickly check and see how much you have left. So again, I just really love this paper. I love doing it each month, and it's just very helpful. So that is that, you guys, and that is how I'm going to wrap up the month of August. I really hope that you guys had a good month as well. If you did, be sure to leave it down in the comments. Let me know your goals that you were able to achieve in August, and let me know some goals that you are trying to set for the month of September. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up because that really helps the channel and it lets me know that you guys are still enjoying these type of videos. If you made it to the end and you aren't subscribed yet, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Join the family. I would love to have you. But as of today, you guys, that's all I have for the video, and I will see you all next time in my next one. Bye, guys.